Hello everyone, ELPro here, and today we're going to be talking about a little bargain I just got here. As you can see, this is an Optiplex 9010. It's an older office, it's one of these older office PCs, not ridiculously old like my 780 that you guys know I own by now, but this thing is quite a bit nicer, honestly. It doesn't have all the, this thing is not working, but that's because I unplugged it. But anyway, um, yeah, I kind of wanted to give you guys a small little update on the channel. I want to start a brand new show called Craigslist Finds, and this is probably the first episode and one of many more to come, hopefully. So this is kind of a bargain, you know. This thing is honestly not too bad for what I paid for it, which I'll tell you here in a sec. But as you can see, it's running Windows 10 right now. Yes, it looks like Windows 7, but it's Windows 10 because, you got some of the nice stuff like, Cortana, that right there. You don't get that in Windows 7 or the notification center if it pops up. There it is. So yeah, this is a skinned Windows 10. If you want to learn how to do that, I'll put a link in the description. It's actually not that hard. But yeah, I had to say, this looks, I like this little skin. Also, because this thing came with Windows 7, I upgraded it to Windows 10. It's working well now, and I kind of like this new computer a lot more than the 780 for, a couple of reasons. Number one, it has newer processors, uses the Ivy Bridge processors, which are not the newest, but hey, it's like way better than the Core 2s that the 780 uses. So you do have a lot more performance on the CPU side. Uh, it's honestly, I actually really like this new machine a lot. I just need to get a good graphics card for it. Right now it's running off my ATI old ass graphics card I have. If I'm not mistaken, it's a FirePro V4800. That's what's in there right now. So it works, but it's not great. It won't play. I tried playing games in it, and it's so bad compared to my 1050 Ti that's in the 780 right now. She's right now off in my school mining, making me some bank, so I can potentially bring some more of these Craigslist finds. But as I said, I did buy this off Craigslist. It was actually a pretty good deal for what I actually got in this kind of PC. As I said, it's an Optiplex 9010. It's one of the it's one of the newer, more expensive office computers around. And I kind of recently also found out a reason why it was decommissioned as well. So right now I'm gonna start talking about all the benefits and the drawbacks to this system right now. So pros, it's got the Core i5-3470. Much better processor than let's say the Core 2 Quad, which is just getting a bit old at this point. So it runs a bit faster, not ridiculous, but we are probably gonna fix that with I'm considering either getting a 3770K in here or just getting a Xeon, which I recently learned these things can actually run on Xeons. It's not officially supported by Dell, but I don't really care. This thing doesn't even have warranty anymore. So honestly, yeah, a CPU upgrade would really benefit this Dell. So I kind of want to talk about other things that are a lot better about this particular 9010. Well, not particular, but things that are better on this 9010 over the 780, and that's the support for USB 3. In the front, as you can see, we have two USB 3 ports and then two USB 2. So USB 3 is available on this machine, which is not on the 780. Chipset is way too old to support that. Q45 versus Q45, if I'm not mistaken. It's Q45 versus a Q77 Ivy Bridge chipset. It supports USB 3, unlike the 780. It actually supports more RAM versus the 780, 16 versus 32 gigabytes on these machines. So that's great. I could, really beef up the RAM if I really wanted to. It comes with 12 gigs, which is another thing that makes this kind of a steal. 12 gigabytes of RAM in a machine that doesn't cost more. That actually costed less than the 780, which is older and actually was worse in every way almost. Except maybe the look. I'm not really into this new look. Personally, I like the older BTX Dells, like the 780. But this is fine, I guess. It's not pretty though. It's really boxy. It's also this gray mesh just makes it look terrible. I might buy a mod to make this thing black. I'll probably show that in a future video, but this gray part is just I really don't like it. It's terrible. We're gonna try to fix it and make it black, and hope that hope that it works. So, as I said, the CPU on these machines is a lot better than on the 780, for example, as I will show you here on CPU-Z. That's his. So let me just give it a sec. And that is what's in her right now, a 3470 i5 Ivy Bridge. It's a much newer processor than the Core 2 Quad that I have. So you can see Q77. And another beautiful thing about this particular basically stolen Dell almost, because I really didn't pay much for it. It still has BIOS updates available. Just 2 days ago I checked, and there's actually another one, which I haven't flashed because I am doing other things, and with this extended support much longer than the 780, which only got to 2013. It was made in 2010 and then only made it 2013, the last BIOS update ever, and it hasn't been updated since. This thing has gotten updates for 6 years, which is quite a long time. And I think this machine is great, honestly, now that I've played a lot more with it. And I've already done a mod to it. Let me just go ahead and pop the cover open and show you. I already did a mod to this thing. It's nothing ridiculous, but it's just something cool that I decided to do to this machine. As you have a look in there. I upgraded the speaker cone. It's really easy on these machines. You just have to rewire it to the speaker cone. I'm not gonna get too much into details, but I upgraded the speaker cone. It's significantly louder. I won't do a test right now because this isn't a test video. This is a video where I talk about this beautiful thing. As you can see, we have our Lamo fans, black. I'm going to replace these with LED fans, so stay tuned for another video about that, which should be coming really, really soon. As you can see, we have an SSD in there. Sorry for the cutoff, but, just random cutoffs. And one of the biggest problems with this machine is just the noise it makes, because, listen to that. Yeah, that is loud. So, that's because when the CPU cores overheats. It's probably because the CPU is bad, but I don't really care. We're going to replace it with a Core i7 regardless. As I said, the SSD is down there, and 12 gigs of RAM. And this video card is mine, so that doesn't count. So, basically what I'm saying is this is a really good machine. And for what I paid for it, it's actually extremely good. So, if you actually want to know what I paid for it, it was $100. It was $100. And I went to go pick it up somewhere, but that doesn't really matter. It was local as well, so that's great. I didn't have to wait for shipping, unlike the 780, which I bought off eBay. I had to wait a week for it, and that cost a lot. And honestly, I actually kind of feel not so... Well, it's actually kind of disappointing now that I know that the 780 costs more than a newer machine that's just superior in pretty much every way, except the looks, as I said. So, $100, what $100 gets you with this machine? Actually, it's really good. I gotta say, I'm really happy with this purchase. So let me know, guys, what you think. $100, was this thing worth it? I definitely think it is. We just need to get a good graphics card and upgrade those lame, loud fans. We're gonna put some blue LED fans, so that video will probably be up really soon. So yeah, guys, that's what happened there. I basically got a 9010 for $100. Just $100. That's all I needed, and it got me a full Optiplex 9010. Well, this was just a PC only, but no, this was not included. None of this was included, just this. But I have to say, that's way better than the 780, which did include a mouse and a keyboard, but I paid $120 for that thing. That came with 4 gigs of RAM and a Core 2 Quad, so yeah. Honestly, this blows it out of the water, so I might grab... So actually, from the same seller, he's selling a 9020, which he wants a little more for. I'm not going to give too much details about that, but I think a 9010 might also be coming. Not really sure. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I wanted to show you guys my little 9010 for $100. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. We're going to do some nice things to this thing. And anyways, That's it for this video. Catch you guys up next time.